What is going on, Flagrant Family? We are back with another video, and we're bringing an old series back. We're bringing our report card series, but we're changing it up a bit. We realized we're talking about some players for quite a bit, and we didn't know much about them. So we're going to talk about the key guys in the rotation, and how we're going to do it is rate their starting five, maybe the 6 to 7 man on their roster, and then just talk about the team as a whole and how they're doing this season. So let's get it started, boys. Let's start with starting point guard of this team, the god of the team, Steph Curry.
Yeah. So just to reiterate what Mo was saying, this is based on what we're seeing so far this season in the 2022-23 season. And Steph, honestly, he is probably top 2 in MVP voting around. He might be 1.
I don't agree with that, but he's very good.
Really?
No, I can't put him top 2.
What's up, Mo? You're cutting out a little.
I say he's 3 or 4 in the MVP race right now, man.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I have Luka at 1.
Yeah, same.
I don't either. I don't have Luka at 1.
Who do you have, Giannis?
I have Giannis at 1.
Actually, honestly, all right, wow, we can get a whole debate here, but I might have Tatum 1, actually. This is tough. Okay.
What? Oh,
the Tatum, dude, they're the best team in the league, and Tatum has been like –
I get it, but like compared to whatever. That's a topic for
we'll talk about nothing.
But
all right, anyways, Curry, though, has been phenomenal.
He's been insane.
It's crazy how this year's unanimous years, bro.
Yeah, this is better than his unanimous year, you said?
Yeah.
So, like, he's averaging 31 points, 7 and 7 pretty much. I don't think there's much more Curry can do. I mean, every time I open social media, he's doing something crazy. Like, what are you guys' thoughts on his season so far?
I mean, he is the Warriors at the moment.
Yeah.
Is this the best Steph we've seen, or is this just kind of like, okay, I got to carry a little more than usual. Let me just put on my backpack.
I don't know.
I think he's put
ridiculous,
Go ahead,
dude. His efficiency's off the charts. Not like he's just chucking up way more shots. He's just super fucking efficient, man.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say this is his best season or no? So far.
His best season, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it'll end up as his best season, but like at the current pace he's going at, yeah.
I mean, yeah, look at these field goal percentages, 43% from 3, 52 from that's just insane. Yeah, he's definitely been carrying. All right, everyone knows Steph Curry. Let's move on to a little bit more of a polarizing player.
Wait, so what do you guys have as a
Oh, my bad. I forgot. We got to grade the players, guys. A+, honestly.
A+.
Yeah, there's nothing less you can do than for A+ for Steph.
Like, even like his rebounding and like defense isn't terrible.
It's been good.
No, it's not.
But for Steph's, that's great.
Okay, let's move on to the second splash brother, Klay Thompson, number 11. He's averaging 17 points this season. He had a pretty rough start. He's having a stretch recently where he's been averaging like 23 plus a game, which is good. But what are your guys' thoughts on him so far?
I mean, I think Klay, bro. Like, Klay's been like that polarizing player. He's had a really like rough start to the season. Ever since people started talking shit to him, you saw Mikal Bridges talking shit, and then I think he stepped it up. He has to show everyone, like, I am still that guy. And, I may not be this all-star player that I used to be, but, he can still hoop. He definitely can still hoop.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Evan?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Mo. I mean, like, he's not what he used to be, and I don't think he ever will be. But to come back from 2 extremely gruesome back-to-back injuries, I think he's playing pretty well.
Okay. So do you think we're going to see more improvements? I know you said we're not going to get to where he was, but like, do you think he can keep improving from what he's been this season?
Yeah, I think he'll finish better than how he started the season. Like, I think he's going to find his rhythm at some point,
Okay.
If he can play the rest of the season how he has been like the past 2-3 weeks, I think he's looking very good. And so are the Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but like, I'm pretty sure like one of the other biggest issues, like just defensively, has not looked the same at all.
Oh no, he's definitely hasn't had that lateral speed to keep up with guys as he used to. He was one of the best defenders in the league, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just tough.
It is tough. I hate shitting on players that are coming off terrible injuries. So what would you guys give a grade for Klay on the season?
I'm gonna have to go with B-. B-.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Mo. Wow.
Exactly what I was thinking. It makes 3.
There you go.
That's crazy.
So far, we've all agreed with the grade so far. I like it, boys. I like it.
All right, let's move on. Wait, one more thing. Do you think he could still be like that championship like running mate that Curry needs in the playoffs?
I don't know if he can be the second best guy on the championship team, but he can be the third or fourth guy.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Let's move on to A Wigs. Andrew Wiggins, low key, having a very underrated season. He's actually been playing really well this season.
Yeah, he's been playing really well.
You can argue he's their second best player.
I think he is.
You did? Okay. Fair enough. Let me hear it, guys. What are your thoughts on Wiggins?
I mean,
Wiggins- go ahead.
He's extremely athletic. He's a pretty good scorer. He's not the shooter that Clay is, but he's that defender that Clay was. And he's lankier. He's taller. He's faster. You know, I want to say he's their best defender. But, I mean, obviously I know Draymond is there, and he's an amazing defender. But I think Wiggins is their best perimeter defender, and I think he's been extremely consistent from beyond the arc as of late, which is something he really struggled with in Minnesota. So I think after getting traded to the Warriors, a lot of people said it's like a career revival. I kind of agree.
It really is.
Oh, yeah, I 100% agree. Like, in Minnesota, he was averaging more points, but it was on really bad efficiency. They weren't winning any games. I don't think his defense or rebounding was nearly as good either.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel bad for Wiggins because people kind of shouted on him last year because he was, an all-star starter. And yeah, that may have been like too much as a starter. And I think he could have made the all-star team on the bench. But this isn't the Wiggins that, people expected. People expected him to be like the franchise corner piece of any franchise he goes to. He's supposed to be the next Kobe Bryant and all that. And he's not that guy. He's still a great NBA player. He's going to be like good, like Evan said, he's the second best player on this team. And he can do that as a championship team. He's been great from the three. And a lot of that has to do with Steph just dominating. So he's getting double teamed and triple teamed. So it's leaving Wiggins open for some open threes.
Yeah, definitely. And he's proven, I mean, it's only been one run, but like he proved last playoffs that like he can show up in the playoffs and finals for real.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm feeling pretty nice about Wiggins. I'm about to give him like an A minus, I was thinking.
I'm going to go A minus too. I like A minus.
Okay.
A minus.
I was thinking B plus A minus in that range.
I mean, he ain't going to make the All-Star team this year, but he's still going to contribute heavy to the Warriors. Okay, let's move on to Draymond Green.
All-Star team.
What?
I still think he might make the All-Star team.
I mean,
if he gets all of the K-pop stands again, who knows?
All right, let's move on to the heart and soul of the team, Draymond Green. I feel like the Jordan Poole controversy, it's just in the back. It's in the past. I don't think it's really affecting the team. I think that's just kind of a lame excuse people use to compensate for their poor basketball. But, I don't know. What are your thoughts on Green this season?
I mean, he's Draymond. he's Draymond, all right. That's what he does. I mean, I don't really expect anything else from him. This is what he does, and he's kept it up. I mean, he hasn't changed much as a player. I agree, the whole Jordan Poole thing's in the back. I just think he's living up to what he normally does.
No, he has been pretty great. He's been really good. He's kind of like that Draymond player that's kind of back to what he was, where he almost won defensive player of the year, but he's still not the same type of guy where he shows up everywhere on the box score. Remember we had those near 5x5 games and all that. I don't think he can do those anymore, but he's still a great, great player.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, with Clay and Dre, do you guys think they'll ever get moved? Because there's been a lot of rumors this season, more than ever, really, about them getting moved specifically.
I think Draymond will leave. I don't think he'll get moved. I think he will get out himself.
Okay. Well, just for money's sake, he feels disrespected.
It's not money. I think he just wants to go play with his, boyfriend. I mean, best friend.
Give me one team each where you want to see Draymond.
I mean, where else but LA, man? And where else could he go?
I think Atlanta would be fire. Atlanta,
it'd
maybe
be a great fit.
That'd be sick.
Be a great fit, but I think it's literally only Warriors or Lakers for him.
Yeah, I pretty much agree. But okay, yeah, we all know what Draymond's about. I'm gonna give him just a straight up B, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm gonna go B plus. Draymond's been pretty solid. I like his play this year.
In his last couple of games, he's been playing pretty decently.
Mhm.
All right, let's move on to their 5. Kevon Looney.
The most solid guy of all time.
I was gonna say, man, this guy just like this guy maybe thought he was gonna lose his job once they saw they drafted Wiseman, but like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, we'll get to that guy later.
Yeah, we'll get to him. But
How about-
talk to me about Looney.
You know, like in this last playoff round, he was like low key a dog, and they sometimes arguably their second and third best player this last playoff run. And it's like he hasn't been that. I hope he is during the playoffs and really steps up to the next level. But he's always been like a solid big man. That's a great pick and roll for Steph Curry. That gets the rebounds. That plays some great defense.
Yeah. I mean, he plays his role. He knows what to do. And he does it at a very high rate.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I like before last playoffs, I didn't know too much about Kevon Looney, but in the playoffs, like he's not like obviously in the regular season, no one really talks about him, but in the playoffs, like he seems like a guy like you guys said, he's just like a cornerstone of like he can fit in any roster they put or any lineup they put out and just do well.
I agree.
Because like who else do the Warriors have at 5? And who are they running at 5 in the playoffs? They weren't running Wiseman.
Draymond.
Who?
They're like a small ball deadline up, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give for regular season. Honestly, like I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know how to grade him.
I mean, he just does what he does. I was thinking a B- to B for him.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
B minus.
Obviously,
Okay.
yeah, he's not like a superstar, but he's like the perfect role player.
And you want to see that like 6.2 points go up just a little bit, man. You know.
Yeah, give him double digits.
All right, let's move on. Arguably, I mean, maybe one of the most disappointing players in the league this season, Jordan Poole.
God,
Yeah.
I
He got
was not a
paid
fan of Poole. I'm sorry.
You're not?
No, I never have been. And
Oh, why not?
That's not going to change.
Why weren't you a fan when he was like balling out last season? I'm just curious.
Well, it has nothing to do with him as he like got more confident in the NBA, it just kind of like drew me away from him even more. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's kind of mainly a college thing.
Oh.
I already didn't like him from the jump just because he went to Michigan. But seeing like a guy like how he is and how confident he is and like the swag he plays with, I don't know, it just annoys me. I've never been a fan of him.
I like swaggy players. I like players that are kind of cocky, but not too cocky.
I do too, but like I already didn't like him. So this gives me more of a reason to not like him. If he just went to like a Duke or Kentucky, I'd be like, okay, he's chill, he's whatever. But it's mainly college. That's all.
I mean, just look at these scoring numbers and like the efficiency. It's just so inconsistent night to night. And obviously, they paid him this giant bag over Draymond, assuming that he would be like the next Clay. Pretty much, that's what their game plan wasn't. I think.
And honestly, I still
Oh, yeah.
don't think they made the wrong decision from paying him rather than Draymond. I still think it was the right decision no matter what, because of Draymond's age and everything. Like this is a young guy in Poole that you cannot let go.
Mhm.
I think it was the right decision. Yeah, he's being inconsistent right now, but he'll turn it around. You know, I mean, he's a shooter, and we all know shooters have.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree
sure
with
he'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mo. Like I said, this seems like a type of player. It's nothing like distinctively wrong with him. He's just kind of not making shots, which obviously with shooters, it's going to change.
But
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I agree.
low grade, unfortunately, due to his inconsistency
Oh,
so
yeah.
far. I'm gonna give him a C minus.
I agree.
That's what I was gonna give him.
I want to give him
Because,
a C. Anytime I don't, I'm gonna stick C minus. Yeah.
It obviously plays against him that he just got a big bag and he was playing really well last season. Now he's just kind of in a slump. But yeah, I think C minus is a fair grade. Let's move on to one of the younger guys. Now Kuminga hasn't really been playing that much this season. But like I always just find it interesting when these teams have these really high draft picks and they just kind of end up like this.
I mean, unfortunately, he just got put into a situation where, he's not going to have too much of a role until like this team stops winning. Like, why would the Warriors change their formula if they know what they do wins?
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate, man. Like I thought the Warriors were doing like the perfect rebuild, and they kind of did, in my opinion. They got like a few young talents and won a championship. I think they did like a rebuild perfectly, but their young guys just really haven't panned out all too well.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's easier for Warriors fans to say because they just won a chip, but like the production that I'm seeing from these, like specifically these three guys that we're going to talk about, it makes me like, how have these guys not been moved? How? It does not make sense to me. You want Curry to win as many rings as he can while he's here. The big three is getting old. Like, I don't get how these guys haven't been moved.
Yeah, the Warriors aren't much of a team that likes to move their pieces, though. Like, their biggest trade was a sign and trade with KD, and that's because they knew KD was gone. So they're like, might as well get something for him. But like, they don't really make trades other than the Wiggins trade. Like, what other trades have they done?
They don't really do trade right now. They don't.
Yeah, they're a team that's very content with what they have.
Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna rank like Mosey and Kuminga together. Oh, Moses. I haven't seen much Moses this season at all, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you guys.
Neither have I. He hasn't been playing at all recently. I mean, he's played like a stretch of like minutes a game, and it's just in garbage time when they're up. So it's not even. There's not much I can say about him, but it's just a young guy that unfortunately hasn't panned out yet. But he was a lottery pick, a late lottery, so he still has time to improve.
I agree. He'll do fine on the team. So Moses and Kuminga, like we'll just lump them together. What do you guys think?
Thinking like a D plus.
I agree. Yeah, I mean,
I'm kind of being nice to them. I'm just gonna go with C, like, because there's no opportunity for them there, and they're like, what, I think 20 years old each or something like that. So they have a lot of time.
Okay. Oh my god, this ad. Okay, anyways. Let's move on to James Wiseman. I'm just gonna say it right off rip. This could be our first F.
Yeah.
Oh man. This is so sad. I was so wrong about him, man. I thought he was gonna win Rookie of the Year.
One pick ahead of LaMelo Ball.
Ridiculous.
I don't think LaMelo would have been the same kind of player though if he got drafted to Golden State.
I agree.
Still would have been way better than Wiseman, though. Way better.
Yeah, 100%. But like, you got to look at what they needed at that time too.
Yeah.
Like they had Poole at that time, so they were like, we don't need a guard, we need a rim protecting big, and that's what Wiseman was.
Yeah.
So I don't fault them for taking him, but he's just not been good.
Yeah, the reason Wiseman always sticks with me, and I always have a little faith in him. I remember when like you guys first hopped on my radio show at Harper, we were always talking about the draft coming up, and Wiseman was always we always talked about Wiseman because we thought he was going to be so raw.
Yeah, I mean, he was so good in those couple college games he played, man. He had been dominant.
To be fair to him, he has not played like consistent basketball since like high school, I'm pretty sure.
That is very true because he got disqualified from college basketball.
Yeah, but man, it's frustrating. This guy has all the athletic and physical tools. He's a great build. He's in shape. What's the issue, guys?
I don't know.
I would have to say his issue is probably somewhat his health because, he sat out his entire first year basically due to health issues. And then the following year, he's kind of been like injury riddled and hasn't gotten the time to play on the court. Granted, he's on the Warriors too. And like, they're not willing to play these young guys. They don't want to. They're trying to win a championship.
Yeah. And also, I saw a video like Wiseman apparently like when he was on the floor, he just doesn't play Warriors basketball that well. He doesn't set the constant screens that Draymond does. He doesn't benefit off Clay and stuff like other centers do. Mm-hmm. I think he just needs time to develop. But all right, anyways, let's close this out, guys. For these three players, who do you think the Warriors could get if they traded all three to a team?
All three?
Yeah,
Jeez,
3 for 1.
I don't know.
That's a fucking massive trade. 3 for 1. Jesus Christ.
Good Lord. Honestly, this might sound a little weird. The first name that popped into my head was Valanciunas.
Oh, interesting.
He's been a little bad this year, but like I think that would be a decent return. Great starting big man, gets rebounds, can shoot threes. I don't know, just a name.
Not bad. What do you think, Mo?
What do you guys think of the name Lauri Markkanen? Had revived so far in Utah. Utah's winning a little bit too many games, and at this point, they're like, trade deadline, we got to hit ultimate tank mode. Let's get 3 young guys, trade away our all-star.
If I'm Utah, I'm kind of with it. I kind of like that idea.
And I think the Warriors would be in that too.
I don't think Lauri would be anywhere near what he is with the Warriors.
Yeah,
I'm still solid.
Yeah, solid. That's some interesting ideas, but I'm sure maybe Wiseman will turn around, but unfortunately he gets an F from me.
Hopefully.
Yeah. It's sad.
Yeah.
Finally, let's give the Warriors a grade overall for how they've been performing and how our predictions were.
This year?
Yes.
See, I'm gonna have to give him like a B minus.
I'm thinking plus C.
Yeah, I was going to say C plus as well. Because, I mean, I went into this year thinking they were going to be the second seed. And
Same.
right now they're sitting at 500. So for a team that's just winning a championship and how they're playing right now with the same team they're running it back with, I think they've been pretty disappointing. I'm going to say C plus.
I would have to agree there.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm sure they'll turn it around though. It's the Warriors.
Oh, yeah. I think so.
All right, though. Oh my God. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys like these report card videos. We're gonna bring them back. We're gonna hopefully do them weekly. We got a bunch of stuff on the TikTok and on the YouTube Shorts. Make sure you guys check that out. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll catch you guys later.
Peace out.
See you guys.